Hello T7 fellow riders, I just thought I'd show you my modifications to my bike in the last 12 months. Bike's done 10,000 miles now. So we'll start from the front. We've got a TPS monitor, tyre pressure monitoring, works great. Tells you you've got a slow puncturing up before it goes down on you. I've put the Zumo 660 hardwired onto the top of the dash there with the homemade mounting. Oxford heated grips. I have put the KTM handguards on. I find them quite tough, to be fair, so I'm happy with them. I did have bike busters on years ago when I used to do the motocross days, but my hand went through here. The alloy bar broke my wrist in 5 places and it lost me a hand, so from then on I'd rather have something a bit more flexible, so if you do go over the bars, hopefully you don't do too much damage to your arm. Anyway, so that's it. So I've put KTM LED indicators on. They're really bright. Tried them floppy ones, the ones what go out like an Audi, but when you're from a distance during the day you can't see them, so they're not very bright. These are fantastic. Got the official Yamaha headlight guard on, so if you are following somebody up a trail and they're flicking some stones up, hopefully it doesn't damage the headlight. Moving down, I've replaced all the bolts with plastic ones, so obviously if it does rip off with mud, hopefully it doesn't do any more damage. I've got the Jivy lower crash protection on. Don't like them too high up, too intrusive for me, so they're fine. I've got the ACD bash plate with the orangey engine cover. Moving around this side, I've put some driving lights on, so if you are driving at night you can see a little bit more on the edges, so they work fine. Just a switch on the handlebar for those. So there's the orangey engine cover, incorporating the water pump cover as well, so that's happy days. I fastened my my tyre levers to the lower part of the swinging arm, so and I've got a little hexagon 1/2 inch drive welded on because I have a 27mm socket in the toolkit, which I get the wheel off, and same on the front. I've removed the original exhaust because I don't like where it's positioned, so I have made in the last week or so a stainless one, 304 stainless, which comes up and utilises the shape around the swinging arm, so it's more or less flush to the side, so it's not sticking out when you're riding it with your boot. There's enough clearance there, there's no issues with the heat. I've done 100 odd miles in it now and there's no issues. I've sleeved it here. I've kept the original mounting purely because obviously if you want to change it back to stock you can do it, and obviously from a insurance point of view, you start lobbing that off, it is part of the frame, so there could be slight issues there. You never know, insurance companies try and get out of anything if they can, so I've left that on. A little bit of faffing around trying to clear it around there and keeping it really high up, so when the swinging arm goes up there's enough clearance for your 200mm travel, which is fine. Check that out. I've actually took the shock absorber off and put the tyre right up against the mudguard, and there's plenty of clearance. I'll just show you from a distance. Originally I've kept the original heat guard and I've put a little rubber mounting support bracket on there, and I fasten it to my Adventure Spec side plates with another rubber mount, so it's a bit flexible. And as you can see from the back, there's quite a bit of clearance. Actually, there's more clearance than the picture's showing you. So when the tyre's going up there, there's loads of clearance. There's not an issue at all. I have a 790 Adventure R as well, and that's a lot closer than that, and that doesn't give any issue. So I think that's all right. And obviously, when you look from the back, it's quite a narrow thing. So I've got my Adventure Spec top rack, side plate, spare fuel bottle, indicators, modded my own rear tail tidy, and happy days. So cheers guys.